Transfer deadline day, Wimbledon have swooped, they've got a striker in on loan, it is Sam Cosgrove. Sam, tell us about your day.
Bit of a hectic one. Woke up in the morning, I was in my flat in Birmingham, not really knowing where I was going to be come 6 o'clock. But thankfully we've got it over the line and I'm a Wimbledon player for the rest of the season.
So tell us about the timeline. There was a bit of interest, a few days ago you were saying?
Yeah, I first heard that the club were interested in me a couple of days ago, and straight away it was something that appealed to me. Obviously from then we've been working on things, and nothing in football is ever simple, but thankfully it's last minute, but it's over the line and I'm here now.
Absolutely. You met with the head coach, Mark Robinson. How did that go?
Really well. I spoke with the gaffer last night as well, and he gave me a bit of a talk about the team, the club, the philosophy behind everything, and it was himself, and the words that he gave me were definitely something that resonated with me. It sounds like a really good club. Obviously I know the history behind it. It's such a fan-based club, and everyone's really part of the community, so it's something that I can definitely get behind and hopefully be successful for.
And of course you're only at the stadium on Saturday with Shrewsbury. What did you make of us then? What do you feel you can bring to the side?
Well, I was watching the game, and it was, I found out that Wimbledon were interested in me before that, and it was, watching the game, I was almost watching from both sides. I was trying to figure out, the kind of the players that they have here, and I was definitely impressed by the way they played. Looking at the weekend, came out of chops quick. I think the game kind of faded away for us a bit towards the end, but definitely came out fast, sharp, some really exciting attacking play and some exciting attacking players, which hopefully I can add to that and become a part of.
Well, absolutely. Head coach Mark Robinson is crafting a young side here. That's something that really appeals to you, yeah?
Definitely. I spoke with the manager again. I had a really good chat with him about an hour ago up in his office, and it was something that he really tried to break into me. It was that he's built up a really good community with the club, and I can tell that just from speaking to the staff around the place. It's a very tight-knit community, and he mentioned some of the players that have been brought through the academy, and it looks like that's kind of the philosophy that he's trying to bring in, and it's definitely exciting. It's a kind of club that I'd like to be involved in.
Fascinating to know as well. Your research on the AFC Wimbledon story. What did you know of us from the outside?
Yeah, it's hard not to know the story of being a footballing fan. It's a bit of a tragedy, but the club's rose from the ashes. It's definitely something that's impressive, the way that having something stripped away from you, the club, the community, the fans can all work together and come together, and I think that kind of epitomises the way that the club's run. It's definitely something that I'd like to be a part of.
Absolutely. You said that the fans very much part of this club, the heart of this club that resurrected it. They've got the stadium built, so that you're really looking forward to get to know them, yeah?
100%, yeah. Even when I was down there at the weekend with Shrewsbury, you can see that it's top-notch facilities, and you can tell that the fans obviously care a lot about the club to put that time, the effort, the resources into it and create such an impressive feat.
Just looking at your career, your most productive spell was very recently with Aberdeen up in Scotland, the other Dons if you like.
Yeah.
What can you take from that really worked for you there that perhaps you could bring to here with your talents?
I think it was just kind of a raw side of me. I was young, I was confident, and I didn't let anyone get the better of me, and hopefully I can come down here and try and replicate that form, get my mojo back and be successful for the club.
Is that what Birmingham City have said they want from you, to sort of to come out and get that back, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I was told in summer that it wasn't me just being shipped out because I wasn't needed. It was the manager turning around to me and having a good conversation with me, saying that I wasn't going to get the game time. He was looking at bringing some other reinforcements in, and it would have been best for me to go out, get some experience down in England and get some games under my belt, and that's what I've just tried to do. Hopefully that I can have a lot of good games here and be successful.
In your conversation with Mark Robinson, what's he said that he wants from you from this?
I think from his words, it's kind of just buying into his philosophy. I think that you look at the club, you look at the players that are here, and every one of them buys into what he wants. I think that's a big thing he showed me, kind of his rules that he abides by, and it's obviously working for him because he's brought in a lot of good players and he's built up some really good talent. So I think that if I can follow him and work with him, it'll definitely be good for me.
Have you picked a shirt number?
number 9, of course.
Fantastic. Games are going to be coming thick and fast. Wimbledon still could be on for their best finish in League One. That's something that you're really up for, yeah?
Definitely. I mean, you know, League One's a demanding fixture list at the best of times, never mind having so many games cancelled like Wimbledon found. So it's going to be intense, but as a footballer you love nothing more than playing games, so just really excited to get going.
So looking forward to getting back out there on the training ground initially, meeting your new teammates and then getting out there under the lights, hopefully, see where we go from there with a great atmosphere in, yeah?
100%. As soon as I found out that the deal was finalised, it was just, let's get to it, let's get started, and you know, I can't wait to meet the fans out there on Tuesday night or Saturday night, whenever it may be.